Welcome back, everybody, to the Titan Center podcast. I am your host, Gabe Dunn, and we have our co-hosts back with us today. But we also do have two returning guests with us that you all have seen on the podcast a lot.
Coming back, Ryan LaVenture.
Nathaniel Kumler.
I'm so glad that Ryan and Nathaniel are here with us today, and my co-host, Gabe. I want to thank you very much. I want to talk about the huge dearth, the huge amount of stress on the bird population caused by flying into windows. Now, recently, we had an unfortunate experience.
Little context, we spent the last 10 minutes not shooting the episode because he said not to do this.
And you can see this poor cardinal hit the window. Now, it was due to my negligence in not posting bird decals on my window. If you will put an owl decal or a hawk decal or a pterodactyl, yes, a Rodan decal. You can get those. You can purchase them from the Titan Center gift shop. But this poor animal broke his neck when he hit the window.
We're gonna need to monetize.
And it also
I'm gonna get a channel strike.
If you see a bird,
if
you see a bird on the ground,
censored, guys.
do not automatically assume that it has broken his neck by hitting a window. There is an outbreak of bird flu right now that has recently jumped over to humans.
Maybe could have done this without the physical
in a quarry
bird.
in England, they discovered some almost fresh dinosaur tracks.
Okay, well, let's...
Hold on, how do we get from dead cardinals
Okay,
to dinosaur tracks?
Please put that away. Please put that away. Thank you for not putting on your gloves and your mask, too. Thank you for not doing that. Please put... Oh, my gosh.
This is fun, guys.
Oh, no, we're gonna cut to commercial break. Might as well. We will see you in 2 seconds.
No, now that we have attended Mr. Cardinal's funeral, I think we're good.
R.I.P. Mr. Cardinal, he gets 5 big booms.
Boom, 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 boom. This is probably the most interesting way I've ever started off a podcast ever on this channel.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about the football playoffs.
Okay, so I guess thank you. Okay, we're gonna get back on track now. So our topic for today is heading into the NFL playoffs, the divisional round. We got the divisional games. So Houston beat the Chargers. They're playing against Kansas City. Baltimore beat the Steelers, playing against Buffalo. That Buffalo beat the Broncos. So, and then we got the Rams versus the Eagles. They both won their divisional, their wild card games. And then the Lions had a bye, but then they had the Commanders versus Washington. And Washington ended up pulling off an upset, just like, in my opinion, I think the Houston did too as well, and they're facing the Lions. I have it in order on the screen that I'm about to switch to, and we're going to go by one for the 4 games coming up, and we'll give our picks and our thoughts about each game. So the first game we got is tomorrow afternoon at 3:30, the first divisional game. We got Houston versus Kansas City. Do you want me to start this off, or does anybody else want to go?
Upset. We're taking the Texans.
Really?
Okay.
Mahomes has hair power like nobody I've ever seen. Hair is a big deal.
And he's got that State Farm insurance.
He does have the State Farm insurance.
But I'm going to take the Texans because why not? I'm a delusional Chargers fan, and the Texans beat the Chargers, so let's go Texas.
Okay, then.
Okay.
I can respect your opinion.
I will say this much. I still think the Chiefs will win just because the plot armor is ridiculously heavy. But
they have that shield going in.
They do love
They have the
the
shield.
refs do
script is
love
insane.
them.
But anyway, I do think Texans will be closer into it than we think they will. Just because the upset against the Chargers, I wasn't expecting that. Like, they picked a heck of a time to show out. So I think it'll be closer than it should be, but I still think Chiefs are going to win.
Okay. Do you want to say anything before I give my, I guess, obviously my pick, but
Chiefs.
Okay, that's plenty enough. That's a good pick. Obviously, I'm going with Chiefs. I think this will not even be close at all. I don't expect like a high scoring game, but what I mean not even close is I feel like the Chiefs will just do enough to win and not really have to worry
It's not
about
that
anything.
they will do. I disagree that they will not do just enough to win. You don't make the playoffs, even with an upset by accident. You make the playoffs because you're professionals and you execute well And because you've got good team health and you've got good collaboration, cooperation with your team.
Yes.
So I don't expect any runaway games, not because somebody is like pulling their punches.
No. What I meant, like,
it's going to be close.
Well, what I meant, just enough to win. No, I think they'll at least win by 2 scores.
I'll say
they'll win by double digits.
I predict 23-15. I'll go that far.
I was gonna say my score was gonna be 27-14.
I don't think either team's getting over 30 points.
No,
I
don't think. No, I don't think that.
Have you tracked any of the individuals that might be close to getting rushing records or passing records? Or
Nah, I don't think there's
none
anything.
of that's going to occur in
No, I don't think so.
Stand up.
All I know is that the Texans are terrible at protecting the quarterback against the blitz, and the Chiefs are, I think, ranked 5th highest when blitzing. So I think the Chiefs are going to apply a lot of pressure. I think it'll be win by field goal.
Yeah,
That actually seems about right.
it could. Honestly, you never know though. Any team could beat any other given team any day. But you know what though? I'm sorry. Chiefs just don't lose the divisional round. They just don't do that. They just
Unfortunately, they don't lose, which is
they just don't.
Unfortunately, they do not lose.
Let me ask you one question going in. Do you think that a football team starts to lose in the game, or do they start to lose that morning when they wake up?
Well, honestly, in my opinion, I think when you look across the sideline, because if you were playing against a game, do you really think like your mindset does definitely change when you're like looking at another team? So take out the Chiefs, for example. We'll take them out. Let's just say this was a regular season game, and it was against, I don't know, just the Bears. Would be like Caleb Williams would be like, oh, okay, let's just go into this game. Yeah, he
Bears
can do good.
win.
But you would have that like mindset, be like, okay, it's just a game. Let's go do this. But your mindset does change up when you see like the number 15 and Andy Reid across from you on the other side of the field. You're like, okay, we've got to score. We don't have a chance. We cannot settle for field goals. Your mindset like changed to be like, we have to score, and you get ready for that because they're like all week, because you're like, if number 15 gets the ball over there, you know he's going right down the field and scoring if he has to. If he has to score a touchdown, he's gonna do it. It just depends on honestly who you're going against. Like Tom Brady in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, it's just like you know, like if he gets the ball, he's gonna find a way to score a touchdown if he needs the points.
I mean, just universal in all football and sports
like
in general.
The air out of the ball.
Oh wow,
Bringing that up again. But yeah, I think just that's universal and synonymous with any team in any sport. Just your mood changes depends on who you're playing. I feel like a team like the Texans, they'll take it seriously.
Oh yeah,
they're a winning team, and Texans just. I keep saying this. They had a huge upset. I really did have the Chargers winning.
Yeah,
that
I had
game.
the Chargers winning.
I think a lot
too.
of people did, and it was just not. It was not what we expected. Sorry, Ryan. R.I.P.
Should have been intentional grounding.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't think that would have changed it. I don't think that would have
Momentum
changed.
shifter.
No, I don't.
Let's look forward.
All right.
Okay, want to go into the next game?
Let's move on.
So the next game we got is tomorrow night, the Saturday night game. We got the Commanders versus the Lions. I'm going to say first, I feel like everyone's picking the Lions to win. Obviously, I am too. But I have a feeling this is going to be very close. I have a feeling this game's going to be really close. And Janian Daniels is going to go off because the Lions defense, I know they've been playing. The last game against Minnesota, they played decently. But Sam Darnold did go into pumpkin mode.
Sam Darnold did play like he did play on the Jets.
Yes. So I'm just saying.
Sam Darnold's just a letdown.
The Lions are favorites by 8.5 points, but yeah. I do agree. I think this game could be very close, and I think it's possible that the Commanders could pull off an upset.
It'd be very, very surprising if they do. Like I said, obviously I have Detroit winning this game, but I'm just saying Jaden Daniels is a very, very good fourth quarter quarterback. He's very good. He already has like 6-7 games this year where they each came back in the fourth quarter and won.
Yeah.
So because he doesn't act like a rookie, he's playing not like as a rookie right now, and he is like
that's what you need, especially in the playoffs.
Exactly.
I will say, excuse me, the Commanders do feel really underrated. I thought they were going to win the first round or the wild card just because I thought they would cause an upset, and they did. It's just what I expected, especially after watching the regular season. But I still think the Lions are going to win.
Yeah.
It's like they say, the chances of that chances of a loss are really low, but never zero.
Yeah.
know?
Real quick, right before we get into some more comments and thoughts, we'll be right back after this quick break. Right before we get into the next game, who do y'all have winning and what score? Ryan, I guess you can go first.
I think it's going to be close. I think the Lions will pull it off just because they're the new America's team. I'll say by 8.
You just say by okay.
I'll say by 8.
I have the Lions winning. I'm gonna say by I think by 1 touchdown. I'm thinking probably 30-27. I think it's gonna be the high scoring.
That's fair.
I think it'd be 30-27 Lions.
I'm about right there with you. I'm going to say 35-27.
Okay.
Just about Lions, obviously.
Okay.
I think they win by 2 touchdowns. I'll give the
Okay.
Lions 14 points.
Okay.
That'd
So
be
we all
good
got the
betting
Lions
numbers.
winning, but like I said, do not be shocked if, in my opinion, if the Commanders win this game, it's because of the Lions defense. All right. So the next game we got is the Sunday's first game. We got the Eagles versus the Rams. I actually got the Rams winning this. I got the Rams going into Philly and pulling off an upset and going on to the NFC Championship game.
I really don't know what to feel about this game. I don't disagree with you, but I'm still going to stick with the Eagles just because they feel like the more consistent team. But really, we don't know what we're getting with the Rams. They are a playoff team, so we just
They
don't
looked
know what
really
we're-
good last week.
Yeah.
But also, okay, one quick note, though. You may have not really thought about Jalen Hurts was first game back last week after missing 3-4 weeks with a
Right.
concussion,
I didn't
and he
even think
did
about
not look good.
I did not
That's
even think
the
about
only
that.
thing. And the Rams defense was getting a lot of pressure, and like I said, Jalen Hurts has been a really inconsistent. I know the Rams too, but they've been looking really good, and expect Matthew Stafford's a very good playoff quarterback.
Yeah,
so
but
that's the only thing I'm
I
saying.
think you persuaded me. I completely forgot that Jalen Hurts was hurt.
Yeah, he first came back
Yeah.
last week after having a concussion for 3-4 weeks.
That'll be a huge game changer then.
I'm going to stick with the Eagles because the Eagles have the best O-line in the whole NFL, and weather is going to play a factor. It's going to be really cold.
Okay. Yeah,
The Rams are
It's snowing.
The Rams are a dome team. They're a California team. They're not accustomed to the weather. I think the Eagles are going to win this game.
Okay.
It's valid.
Okay. Do you have? What? I guess what's your choice? What do you think?
I hate the Eagles. You know that song Hotel California? Where does it go? That is so confusing.
Okay. Well,
Hold on. Fun fact, though. The Eagles are actually named after University of North Texas. You know, the Green Eagles or the Fighting Eagles, or whatever
didn't
they are.
know that.
Yeah, they all went to UNT. So the Eagles are actually named after their mascot.
Get out of town.
Serious. Learned that from Johnny Sonero, also known as Beeps. Shout out.
hey, shout out to his grandpa, man.
Shout out to Beeps.
There you go. Okay. So
All right, Johnny.
do you have? So if you don't like the Eagles, then do you have the Rams winning this game?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we got 2 Rams and 2 Eagles. Well, actually, did you say you?
Unless,
Did I persuade you?
You persuaded me to Rams. You did
Unless-
persuade me to Rams.
So we got
Unless the Rams-
They played the game really well last week for LA.
Yeah.
They even said it too after the game. They said we played for LA. There's a lot of stuff going on in LA right now. It's
Yeah,
really
it
bad.
could serve as more
it's
motivation.
really going out, all prayers and thoughts going out to LA.
a lot of intangibles for this game.
Yeah.
That, it could really go either way just because of that alone.
We're going on to the next game. We got 3 Rams versus 1 Eagle. But anyone can win this game, obviously. But let's go on to the last game of the divisional round. The big game that we are really waiting for is Baltimore versus Buffalo. This game is, I'm not going to lie, is a 50-50. It's literally, this game is a 50-50.
I genuinely believe this game will decide the Super Bowl champion.
You really?
I really
You
do.
don't think the Chiefs
Really?
win?
I feel like the Chiefs, no one's three-peated. You realize that? I mean,
That's
unless
true.
someone
Nobody
has
has ever
three-peated.
three-peated. That's true. But they
That's
are
never
chasing
happened this
history, and they are completely healthy.
I think this game is very important for the Chiefs season. I mean, I think if Buffalo wins, I think Buffalo can beat the Chiefs. If Baltimore wins, I think Baltimore loses to the Chiefs.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that like a mental block or what?
I just
Okay.
think that Buffalo's passing game is too strong for the Chiefs.
I think if I like I said, I think it's a 50-50. I'm slightly favored towards the Ravens. Just because of
I feel
Derrick
that.
Henry and Lamar Jackson.
I feel that. That's a
That
solid
is literally the
connection,
only
man.
reason why. And I know this was week 4. they did beat them 35-10.
I do think Baltimore is the better team here, but I would like to see the Bills win.
Like I said,
Just like the Lions, the Bills are due, man.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of conversation, especially with the Bills, because in my opinion, so I was looking at what the sports media is saying, especially one of my favorite sports shows, First Things First. They were discussing how whoever the loser of this game is to the quarterback is going to be scrutinized by the sports media. Because you're going to look at Josh Allen and be like, when are you going to make it? When are you going to go on and stuff like that?
We got two, obviously some of the best quarterbacks in the game.
Yeah.
Obviously, we keep talking Patrick Mahomes.
Hall of Fame potential.
There's no doubt Patrick Mahomes is always going to be one of, if not the top. But, we're talking the next two runner-ups.
Yeah, literally 2 and 3. Literally 2 and 3.
Not even 2 and 3, tied for second.
Okay.
I feel like.
Well, I was going to say, too, that it's because if Lamar Jackson loses this game, they're going to be like, well, you have 2 MVPs. You have a guy that Super Bowl title yet. He's the only quarterback in history right now with 2 MVPs or more to not have a Super Bowl.
That's insane.
So they're going to be like, well, that's what I'm saying. It's either one of these two quarterbacks or this team be like, are you going to ever get over the hump?
It's all going to be all or nothing.
Yeah,
this will decide
this
their
game
career.
is huge. And right before we get into our final thoughts and stuff of the video for this podcast, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Bye, guys.
It's tragic for the people in California that have lost homes in this fire. It's a great catastrophe. And here at the Titan Center, we want you to know that our hearts go out to you.
Yes.
And that we hold you up in prayer. It is very sad. It's very tragic what has happened.
Yeah, it's
Prayers go up.
It's really
So
really
it
sad what's been going on.
Makes many of the sports things that we focus on somewhat trivial in view. We just want you to know you have our support.
So closing out our thoughts about the Baltimore and Buffalo game, I think Baltimore is going to come away in this game, I think very close by a field goal. I think they're going to probably win this game, and I'm going to guess 27-24. Baltimore going on to the AFC Championship game.
Feels like a very popular score.
I think it sounds like a pretty good score to me, but
It does.
I think it's going to be more high scoring than that.
really,
I'm thinking 30s or 40s.
Oh, my.
40s would be something.
40s. That's
40s would be something.
Buffalo's
I would
defense
hate
is
to be a member of the defense.
Buffalo's defense is
I
not
had to
good.
admit I gave away that many points.
Yeah, that's fair.
Buffalo's been doing it all season.
They've gotten pretty far off of it, though.
That
yeah.
is that's very true.
They've blown over expectations because before the season they were like, well, a lot of people didn't have them as a playoff contender because they lost Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, the other number 2 wide receiver, and they were like, well, they're just in a rebuild mode. They're not going to do anything.
Hey,
well,
you got the ghost of Amari Cooper.
I like Buffalo for this game.
he's got Buffalo. Okay,
I don't even want to call it. I mean, either team. I feel like Buffalo might fight a little harder whenever they got with the Chiefs. So I feel like if they have that in mind, they
They may be looking over Baltimore a little bit.
could be looking over Baltimore, or they could be looking as Baltimore is in their way, and that might be a motivator. So it could go either way. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Bills for this team, but really close game.
Okay.
I'm gonna stretch belief a little bit. I'm gonna say it's gonna be an overtime game.
oh, he's got even
Okay.
overtime. Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Buffalo's
take a
got
chance.
the home field advantage.
hey, but
A lot of factors, like I said, intangibles.
I mean they
in this
did
season.
lose.
Do we know what the weather is going to be?
Oh, it's the
Cold,
coldest. The
cold,
coldest.
cold.
It's supposed to be 6 to 8 degrees and feel like -14.
Okay.
It's gonna be the coldest. Okay. I did choose the Ravens to win, but I still think they are. But this is the coldest game of Lamar Jackson's career. So that they have played in the colder use.
Everything is on
but
the line for
that's-
him.
Woo, that's negative. Feels like -14 degrees.
I feel like Buffalo's going to handle that better
East
than
Coast
Baltimore.
is trapped in a cold wave. In my lifetime, this will be only the second presidential inauguration that has happened indoors.
Fun fact.
Interesting.
For all you whippersnappers out there.
Wow.
see that.
Okay. Well, so real quick, who do we have winning? Ryan, you said you had
Buffalo.
Buffalo. I know I said I had Ravens. Dude, it's like I said, it's a 50-50, dude. But I'm gonna just stick with Ravens. But like I said, Buffalo easily could. I'm not saying they could easily win this game too.
It wouldn't be as big of an upset either way. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's so close. But
Either argument could be completely valid.
yeah, and like I said, Ravens win 27-24. It could be opposite. Buffalo could win 27-24. Literally, you could flip it. But I got Baltimore. You said you got the...
I got the Bills. I'm going to say 21-28 in overtime. Actually, no, that's 28-27 because they wouldn't need to go for an extra point, would they? Or they still did it that way?
In overtime, the rules changed. You both get a chance to have the ball in overtime.
They changed the rules on that?
Yeah, they changed it a couple of years ago
Josh
the
Allen
Chiefs
rule.
because the Chiefs went out and beat them, but yet the
Bills
get the NFL gets to change the rules.
It's the Josh Allen rule.
Real quick, right before we end up,
draw this on a whiteboard. For me.
Real quick, yeah.
Let's work the math out for this.
Okay,
one.
right before we end this off, did you see in the game against the wild card game against the Broncos where the ref went over to the sideline where Josh Allen was sitting on the bench, went over and tapped his head and said, "I'm sorry." Did you see that?
I did not see that. That sounds
The
really
referee-
controversial.
I didn't see what was said, but I saw the image of it.
It looked like he said he was sorry that he missed a call. He went over to the sideline, talked to him, and patted him on the head. I've never seen that before, and yet they always said the Chiefs get all the favorite for the rest of stuff like that. Really?
Do you think he was
Really?
sincere?
I don't care if he was or not. I've never seen that before.
You think he felt a conviction to do so?
Probably he did.
It must have-
Probably.
It must
Did he
have been
a
the righteous
conscience,
thing
or
to
was he
do.
Just cold about it.
Get it? Because it's going to
Got
be
him.
cold.
Got him.
Maybe he was just rubbing his head for good luck. Huh?
He's rubbing the hell and be like, "I'll see you in the Super Bowl.
3 wishes.
You're gonna stop that three-peat."
Rub the cardinal for good luck.
Oh gosh. Okay. No. Okay. After that note, we are ending this podcast. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and we will
Bye,
see.
guys.
We will see y'all next time.
Y'all
Thank
get
y'all.
5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!
Bye.